Hey guys, got another video for you here. Another 2v2. This one's actually going to be the Sith version 10 versus Ballbarian Fusion 7.6. Or no, that's not the Fusion, that's the design module. So I believe this is the first video on the Sith. I did make another game recording. That's what happened. I made a game recording before this one. So this is a first time introduction to the Sith. Sith has gone through 10 versions, apparently. It is, I believe it was based off the original, or the shipped, or the standard AI, however you want to call it. So the AI was extracted and then heavily modified to the author's purpose, and it's more of a defensive AI. You'll see in Tech Level 3, Tech Level 4, there's going to be a lot of shield generators. The Sith does like to use artillery, bombers, and those are, what's the word for it? Not unique, but I guess the signature? A little bit of the signature of the AI? I guess that's the word I'm looking for. But anyways, this is another recording of Ballbarian as well. This is one in which he does some land attacks. And that's what happened. The recording before this, I'm not going to upload it yet, not until this one is uploaded. The other recording is actually where Ballbarian does his air rush again, but fails. And you'll see how the game plays out after his air rushes fail. So the Sith, I believe, does one of his best as Galactic Empire. Royal Naboo is his ally. I believe the Ballbarian is Republic and Confederacy. So we're 9 minutes into the game. Both Siths are in Tech Level 2. Ballbarian likes to get, I believe, a minimum of 24 workers before advancing. And the AIs are aging pretty quickly because the map was filled with nerfs. So they got, I believe each of them has an animal nursery worth, so at least 10 nerfs each. So there's Ballbarian hitting Tech Level 2, 11 minutes into the game. The Sith typically rushes to Tech Level 3, or tries to get there pretty quickly. Doesn't spend a lot of time in Tech Level 2. As you can see, he's got quite a bit of Nova, and his food's building up. However, he is creating mounted troopers. It costs 55 food, so it's a little bit of food.
Supply transport ready. Ready to obey.
I do believe I set it on view lock and stepped away from the recording for a little bit. Again, I'm not editing the videos just yet, or the audio, so this is all one take. Alright, so this has got 5 heavy mounted troopers there. Doesn't look like any regular troops. So it looks like his ally here is in Tech Level 3. I believe he does have a single holocron, yeah. And looks like he's sending a small attack force. going after the Republic here. And it looks like Ballbarians, the Confederacy sending out a small attack as well. And it looks like the Republic's going to join in here. I noticed this earlier, this Padawan is sitting with a Holocron getting destroyed by a Tuskrat, I believe they're called. Already lost 40 hit points. So everybody's in tech level 3. And I believe this Jedi does actually fall. Yes, Jedi actually falls to a Tuskrat. So that happens during, with the AI. The AI does not handle Jedi that well. And especially if they send out defenders, sometimes they'll just completely get frozen. And you'll see that happen. So it's a complete waste of 225 Nova. Or in the Naboo's case, 200 Nova. We got some Knights from the Republic sitting in Sith's command center, or the Naboo's command center, causing at least 10 workers to be in there. So that will halt the economy quite a bit. And the Confederacy's trying to build a forward turret. And so again, the economy is sacrificed to get those workers to come out there and take that out. And in AI battles, especially if no mounted troopers are created, a turret rush will definitely weaken an AI quite a bit. So as you can see, the Sith team is leading by only 300 points at this point in the game. We're in 27 minutes. Everybody's in tech level 3. This is one of the things I don't like while watching Ballbarian, is that somewhere in the code he's got attacks to go off, even when he definitely does not have any military superiority. And what I mean by that is the direct ratio of his soldiers versus the enemy soldiers is generally low, and he'll still send out soldiers, these 2 to 3 man attack groups, and it's just kind of disappointing to watch, because Ballbarian's a very well made AI. As you can see, the Republic looks like its attack is succeeding. The Confederacy's kind of joined in, exact same attack again. Got a couple Nexu in that in the base, a couple of Reeks, and in my opinion, Reeks are inferior to heavy mounted troopers. So to me, they don't really have a purpose unless you don't have an animal nursery. Nexu are great for raids though, especially on one of your enemies has some carbon gathering sitting outside his base, kind of outside of his defenses. Nexu are great for raiding against that. Take a few in an air transport, drop them off in the middle of Nova, some Nova gatherers, or maybe straight into the farming. So at this point in the game, we're 37 minutes in, and Ballbarian's leading by almost 1,000 points now. The only positive thing, and you can see a line of soldiers here from the Galactic Empire. They were streaming to the Confederacy's base, but he is getting hit by just a couple groups of units. I believe they're from the Republic, and so he's retreating at least half of those. So he's got a few. This is what I was talking about earlier. He's got a few shield generators up. Light turrets, some fighters, artillery. I never used to use artillery in my scripts until I played quite a bit of games against the Sith, and I noticed that in some cases, especially choke points, or when groups of military are attacking and a couple artillery blasts hit those groups, deals quite a bit of damage, and they can be kind of resilient to troop fire and strike mech fire. So they're decent units. Though the 90 Nova cost makes you want to make sure they stay alive. So Sith's got some troops out here, some artillery in the back, and a fighter or two in the air. Some decent defense. We've got almost no farms left for the Naboo here. He's getting actually no income whatsoever, it looks like. Looks like in the back he is building a few buildings. But he's sitting on 600 Nova, 500 food, and nearly about 450 ore. The strange thing is he has an airbase underneath the power core. He is not training any fighters whatsoever, which would have been great for his cause. Especially for defending his base, and his main command center has fallen now at this point. Went past the point where all of his workers get dumped in the middle of the enemy troops. Ballbarian stealing some nerfs there. Republic still continuing to attack on the Empire. That's something I dislike about the AIs as well, is that they pretty much attack whatever else is attacking them, especially there is code that manages that, but it would be kind of dumb not to have that in the code, to have them react that way, behave that way. But for the most part, they will attack whatever is attacking them. So fighters will go straight after fortresses or anti-air turrets, like they believe they can do more than 2 damage versus them, and it's very annoying to watch it. Even if you did prevent them from attacking, from behaving the way where they react to an attack, that still means they'll sit inside of that anti-air fire and get destroyed anyway. But there's nothing in an AI code to tell them to stay away from those buildings, unfortunately. So they'll throw fighters right at anti-air turrets, right at fortresses. It gets old very quickly. In case you didn't know, artillery does do a decent amount of damage versus turrets. So like early, mid, tech level 3, artillery can be pretty useful against light turrets. Take them out. They do about, I think, 70 damage per shot. So you get 2 of them, take down a light turret in 6 shots, 6 or 7 shots. And so the Naboo fell not too long ago. Galactic Empire is kind of getting his base pushed in. It's going to be over fairly quickly. But again, just wanted to make a video to kind of highlight the I mean, the reason I'm doing this series is to highlight the difference between the AIs. So I just want to introduce the Sith. I'm going to have another video of them right afterwards. So the Sith is kind of a defensive AI for the most part, but you'll see in the next video that he can be a little offensive. And Some of his staple or signature units are going to be artillery, bombers, and a few fighters with the normal units. So I'm going to end the audio recording right here. I'll post the, like always, I'll have the score screen up right afterwards, if you're interested. And I'll see you in the next video.